started has been aware of the ET phenomenon along with the Queen?
Well, they purchased their own radio telescopes. And I don't think, to see as the official Vatican State Department, because it is a country on its own. That's why I like Morris L. West, Jews of the Fishermen, so much, because a Russian Pope during the Cold War, where China is threatening because they're starving, threatening to lose World War III, and he takes everything in the Vatican and he said, now what would Jesus do? He'd sell it and feed everybody. And thus there was no war.
What about Buddha and Muhammad? Did they mention anything regarding these two individuals?
They said a lot of prophets were
created by them.
The ring of fire of Ezekiel, I think it is. There were, as a matter of fact, in Genesis, there's a lot of Sitchin's word where he was slapped down in school, where he asked what the word meant. It meant men who came from the sky, not angels, from God or heaven.
Based on what you know, and there's speculation through ancient calendars that the world ends as we know it in the year 2012. Did they mention anything to you regarding these episodes coming up? There's nothing in the government.
There's nothing in the well. There are, all the speculative things. Of course, every angle is examined and analyzed. But the only thing that we are doing is destroying the earth little by little. And it may take a little longer than 2012, but we're at the crossroads now. And anyone who signs a Clean Air Treaty, don't forget all the countries that don't sign it. And it's as if there's a bubble covering every country. You worry about your air, we'll worry about ours. Well, it's one atmosphere, folks. It's one atmosphere. And that's why the book is charged. When I was giving lectures, I just jumped right into it when I saw Greenpeace out there in the audience.
Now, do you have any expectations to write any more books?
I would like to write a sequel, which would be a quartet. The Bright White Light Quartet is mentioned in the book, and it will be an attempt to explain from a non-human point of view why aliens think the way they do, what their culture is about. That would be the last book in the quartet.
This first book, it took you a while to get it done, and were you surprised at the accusations made against you around the world on the internet? Were you expecting that?
There weren't that many accusations. There were more.
Well, debunkers.
There were 3 or 4 debunkers, and then there was about 10 or 12 defenders. So I don't know. I'm only privy to what's sent to me by interested parties through the publisher, and I am not concerned with debunkers, because if they didn't have anything else to do, like investigate UFOs, they have to make their living doing something. And debunking is one of the most popular forms there is right now. It really is. It's you haven't debunked anyone, give you a little time, you'll find somebody.
If you had it to do over again, Michael, with your life, I mean, that's a pretty phenomenal thing to have been involved with these projects and beings from another world, and have kept it quiet all this time. That's not the easiest thing to do, and I have to ponder and think how many scientists and military people are out there that are keeping a secret. There's just a handful of people like you and Bob Dean and Colonel Corso and Bill English and a few others that have come forward. Of course, most people didn't believe their story, thought they were out of their minds, and I'm sure that hasn't changed. Of course, it's a pretty profound statement to make, and the problem is...
okay, because, history has already proved that what I said about cloning years ago is now coming true. A lot of the hybrid weaponry I was talking about, electromagnetic pulse rifles are now being developed, and it's a matter of public record. Many of the things that I predicted in the book, not in a way really predicted, but said had already been done, are coming into mainstream science.
Well, I have to say, enough of things that you've told me as I've gone back and checked with my sources has checked out to not believe that there's some strong truth in what you've told me and shared with others. I can't verify everything, and usually I have 2 or 3 other people that will come up with the same information, and I can verify things to seek the truth, being a researcher, which I definitely don't make a living at this. But
but you found some awfully good people.
But in your case, it's been very tough to verify everything, and of course with Bob Lazar, that's been the story also. So
it's almost impossible to verify a lot of things.
But too many of the facts that you've shared with me and some others have checked out. Maybe not regarding your background, because it's been too difficult, but I've been able to verify enough of other information.
A lot of information I didn't expect you to verify.
But before we close, would you like to say any final statements to it? If you had a final message?
Yes. We're at a crossroads now. It is so very important that we give a viable future to the children. We have the ability to go ahead to live marvelous lives. We have a chance to make this a viable planet where love and hope rule rather than conflagration and death are the only alternatives. The crossroads is now. The answer must be. The question has been posed. The answer must be made. I hope that the answer is life, love, and hope. I pray that's what we will all be doing. All of those who hear my voice. Because time is running out. I don't see a doom and gloomy forecast. I prefer to look at the glass as half full rather than half empty. Thank you.
Thanks, Michael. I really enjoyed it.